listen. Praise God. On that note, I wrote everything down because I know myself. I have lots of issues. And I get kind of sideswept. Okay, praise God. Don't laugh. When I got to the retreat about 3 weeks ago, I was asked to write down what I expected the Lord to do in my life while I was there. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was told that no one would read it, and no one did. The next morning, Pastor Leo had a burden in his heart to have an altar call for those married couples who needed a touch from the Lord. The weekend prior to the retreat, Carlos and I had been arguing a lot. So, little did anyone know, that was exactly what I wrote down on that paper I was given. I said, Lord, do something in my marriage. Something in that extent. Carlos and I both knew that altar call was for us. That morning while we were standing there together, being prayed over, I felt God's hand upon my marriage. I felt his touching, molding, and releasing. On our way home from the awesome blessing of a retreat that we had, I got a phone call from my aunt. My mother had been rushed to the hospital at 2 a.m. the night before in an ambulance with a heart rate of 187 beats per minute and shortness of breath, which I have now. On any normal day, I would have panicked and started to cry. But since I was so full of the joy of the Lord, I said, okay, I'll pray, it'll be fine. I did, and it was. 2 days later, they released her, and she was back to work. The next weekend was our 1-year anniversary, and I was so excited. We had an incredible weekend to ourselves, dining out every meal, shopping spree, the whole 9 yards, imagine. My mom had been feeling a little weak that weekend, but her follow-up appointment with the cardiologist was on Monday morning. When she arrived to her visit, the doctor checked her heart rate and immediately sent her back to the hospital to be admitted once again. If you notice the chain of events, there were both times right after Carlos and I had been blessed with the joy of the Lord and each other. My mother was really quote-unquote in bad shape. I was strong and I kept my composure for the beginning of the week. I just kept repeating to myself, Jesus is the physician of all physicians. That Thursday morning, my mom had to have a procedure done called electrocardioconversion. That's where they shock the heart with a defibrillator to restart it back to normal sinus rhythm. Her heart was not converting on its own with the medications they had been giving her all week, which can cause blood clots and not be good. I won't lie, I did kind of lose myself a little when they took her in, but thanks be to God that I have a pastor and a friend in who I can always count on. I called him and he just reminded me of what I had told him the day before. Jesus is the physician of all physicians. And then we prayed, and I trusted in that. That Thursday night after the procedure, and Friday all day, my spirit kept singing, although my sorrow may last for the night, my joy comes in the morning, Psalms 35. Little did I know that I was going to literally live out that word. When I woke up in the morning after a midnight of sorrow, my joy arrived because I took a pregnancy test, and I found that I was pregnant. Immediately, the Lord came to me. You see, I was already pregnant at the retreat, and the enemy was already trying, even from the weekend before when we were arguing, to take that joy and waver my faith. Through this experience, I learned that we must remind ourselves that who we are in Christ and constantly claim the word of God over our lives. And this goes hand in hand with what Lazaro said. It's so confirmed exactly what God had told me. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not all his benefits, as David said many times in the book of Psalms. In all seasons and in every storm, we must